Well, hello and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Mike, and this is the It Ain't That Bad podcast. This is where we talk about retirement, getting older, and trying to make sense of this crazy world without losing our minds. Today's topic is called Broke in Retirement. The only thing to fear is fear itself. Now, before we get started, well, why don't you grab a cup of coffee or your favorite drink? I have mine right here. Take a deep breath, and let's talk about something that many people approaching retirement worry about almost every single day, and that's money. If you watch enough television, YouTube videos, or financial programs, you might start to believe that retirement is one giant financial disaster, just waiting to happen. According to some advertisements, inflation is going to wipe you out. The stock market is going to crash. Social Security is going to disappear. Taxes are going to skyrocket. Well, they probably will anyways. Healthcare costs are going to bankrupt you. And apparently, unless you buy whatever the investment product is being advertised, you're doomed. You know what? That's a lot of fear, and fear sells. Now, don't get me wrong. There are many honest financial advisors out here who genuinely help people. Good advice can be extremely valuable. But there is also an entire evil industry built around convincing people that they should be terrified because scared people are more likely to buy something. You know, fear is one of the most powerful sales tools ever invented. Think about it. If somebody can convince you that disaster is right around the corner, you're going to be much more likely to hand over your money to someone who claims to have the solution. The problem is that fear often causes people to make emotional decisions instead of rational ones. And you know, emotional decisions can be very expensive. I see this happen all the time with people approaching retirement. They're told they need massive investment growth to survive retirement. They're shown charts, projections, and worst-case scenarios. They start imagining themselves living under a bridge and eating cat food. Before long, they're panicking. Now, let's have an honest conversation. Okay, say you're 25 years old and investing for retirement. Growth stocks may be a wonderful choice because you have decades ahead of you. But if you're 60, 65, or even 70 years old, your situation is a lot different. You don't necessarily have 30 years for an investment to recover from a major downturn. The idea that one hot stock is suddenly going to transform your retirement often is not realistic. At this stage of life, many retirees are focusing on preserving what they already have, generating extra income, and sleeping well at night. That's not exciting. It won't make headlines, but it may be far more practical. Many people are sold the dream that one more investment, one more strategy, one more financial product is going to solve everything. Sometimes the person making the most money from that transaction isn't the retiree. It's the company selling the product. Now, before anyone gets upset with me in the comments, I'm not saying all investments are bad. Far from it. Investing is very important, especially when you're younger. But things change a lot as you get older and you're in retirement. You know, Investment's very important, and planning is important. Getting professional advice can be important. But what I'm saying is that fear should never be the prime reason you make financial decisions. Fear clouds judgment. Fear makes people panic sell. Fear makes people chase unrealistic returns. Fear makes people abandon sensible plans. And fear can rob you of enjoying the years you've worked your entire life to reach. Now, let me share something that I've learned. Most retirees do not become unhappy because they failed to earn one extra percentage point on their portfolio. Many become unhappy because they spend every day worrying about what might happen. They stop enjoying retirement because they're constantly waiting for the next financial catastrophe. You know, that's no way to live. Franklin D. Roosevelt famously said, "The only thing we have to fear is fear itself." And while he wasn't talking specifically about retirement, the general idea still applies. Fear can become its own problem. Fear can convince you that you're broke, even when you're doing okay. Fear can convince you that disaster is certain, when it's actually just a remote possibility. Fear can keep you from enjoying the present because you're obsessed with the future. Now, does that mean you shouldn't have a plan? Of course not. You should know your budget. You should understand your income sources. And you should keep debt under control. You should save where you can, and you should be realistic about your lifestyle. Those things really matter. But once you've done the basics, there comes a point when you have to stop obsessing and start living. Retirement isn't supposed to be a 30-year anxiety attack. It's supposed to be a season of life where you finally get some freedom. Maybe it's not unlimited freedom. Maybe it's not luxury cruises every month freedom. But freedom nonetheless. The freedom to spend time with family. The freedom to enjoy hobbies. The freedom to sit on the porch with a cup of coffee and watch the sunrise. The freedom to play a little guitar. The freedom to simply be and do whatever the hell you want. And here's the funny thing. Some of the happiest retirees I've met aren't the wealthiest. You know, they're the people who learned to live within their means and stopped comparing themselves to everyone else. They found contentment. And that's something no investment advisor can sell you. So, as we wrap up today, I'd like to leave you with this thought. Be cautious, be informed, have a plan, but don't let fear ruin your retirement. The financial world makes a lot of money selling worry. You don't have to buy into it. Thank you for spending a few minutes with me today. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone who might need a reminder that retirement doesn't have to be perfect to be good. Until next time, remember, it ain't that bad. I will see you in the next one.